Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase we're going to be looking at the Seige War for Cybertron Refractor or Reflector Reconnaissance Team 3-pack. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to get him out of the box. I'm going to be comparing him with his Generation 1 original figures, and I'm also going to be comparing him with the standard Seige Reflector figures as well. So before we get started, this video is especially for Lee Bennett, who's requested it, so I hope he enjoys it very much. And I've put it back in the box, to be honest, because I think this is fantastic. I love it. It's amazing. I don't know if you can just about make out, you can see through there, you can see through the viewfinder, or you can see there's a little Kremzik in the package. You can also just about make out in there that the camera, it's already built, it's in that particular mode. This is if you brought it, how it would come. You've got this lovely reflective artwork and packaging going on. It's fantastic. If you spin it around, there we've got the arc. It looks like a sort of collector's card, but it's just stuck to the back of the packaging. We've got the full list of basically what's inside there, and again, unfortunately, it is called Refractor now due to silly legal reasons for name changes and stuff. So if you're looking and if you're searching for Reflector, you might not be able to find it. You might unfortunately have to type in the Refractor Reconnaissance Team, because that's unfortunately the name we have to call them now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to carry on calling them Reflector throughout this. And then if we spin it round, we've got some of the amazing artwork there of the three individual bots, who are of course Spectro, Viewfinder and Spyglass. There we go, that's better. Right, so again, I just had to show you the packaging because it's amazing. Let's take this out. Again, it has already been opened. I'm going to show you the instructions very briefly, not spend too much time on them, but again, with it being sort of like a limited edition, a special edition booklet, whole gift set, they've gone just with these colours. So they've got some nice artwork there on the cards, but the transformation processes on here are quite simple. I'll just show you one of them, and I just like the way they've kept this whole theme going throughout of just them particular colours. But there we go, there's the book, and then we can fold out. There's a lovely bit of artwork for Megatron there. I don't want to lift that too much because everything will fall out. So when you get it initially, as I've said, the plastic, it comes with this. I forgot to put that in the top. It comes with this on the top, and it's all held in place exactly like this. Now I can tip it up and show you. There you go. So the good thing is it's already built into the camera. You can see that Kremzik's just fell off, but that was my fault because I hadn't put this in before we started. So the good thing is, look, we can take it out of the box and it's in camera mode ready. But let's have a look at the little guy that's fell out. There he is. There's a teeny little Kremzik. There is 3 guns that turn into a stand, and that's pretty much it. You can see that it was held in place with these 3 tags, but I've managed, 2 tags, but I've managed to take it out without damaging them at all. So this is going to be interesting for me at the same time, because again, this is a bit like the Omega Supreme. I'm a bit guilty of the fact that I've had this for ages and it's just been sitting on a shelf. So let's have a quick look before we build some of these things up. There is the new Reflector, or new, I say a couple of years old, and there is the original homage. Well, there's the Generation 1, so you can see straight away there's an homage to that. It's brilliant. This was originally available before the Transformers line as part of a Microman. Was it Microman or Microchange? One of the two. I think it's Microman. Toy lines in Japan, and then this was available only as a mail order in 1986. So you can see that it's much updated. It looks a lot like it. I'm going to keep this guy here because what I'm going to do now, the cool thing about this is these are the guns that you can then put in the individual robot's hands as well. But at the same time, what you can do is you can combine them together, or stick them together rather than combine, whatever you want to call it, like so. We are starting to build a little tripod there, and then if we go into the back of the figures, we can take off just one of these buttons. It doesn't matter which one, to be honest, and then we're going to attach it to this, and then now we can, underneath on that hole, on that dowel, and this is how you may have seen him in the background of some of my videos. That's how he's been for ages. And again, he just looks amazing. He looks stunning. He looks so good. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to briefly take him apart. I'm going to do one of the transformations. I won't do all of them because they are all the same, and I want to try and keep a bit of the video length down. So we'll take him off his stand. I'll take that off the bottom. The viewfinder at the front, This, of course, will split into 3. And then this also doubles up as a shield, as you can see there. And I think just because maybe the colour scheme makes this one look far better. We'll come back and have a look at these guys in a minute. But let's take all the what we call as kibble off the side. So we've got the 3 bits which make up the viewfinder. We can take off the flash. We can also take off these 2 pieces here. And then we can also take this bit off there. Now all them come off quite simple. They've all got dowels, they've all got holes across all the top of what are all the robot's feet, so they come off, you know, nice and easy with nothing to really worry about. I'm going to keep that one there because obviously that is viewfinder, so I'm going to be keeping that there for that reason, as a true homage to Generation 1 and as to the fact that it should be there. So these come apart. It's so similar to the Generation 1. Look, you take these off, they slide off. Let me just show you the same with the Generation 1. So you take this off, apart from there's the head there already, and then these just come apart nice and careful. I'm obviously taking my time more with these. And then the lens on the Generation 1 is all in one piece. But I'll leave the Generation 1s there for now, and then I'll transform them off camera in a second. Let's just show you the basic transformation of one of these. So I'm going to open up there on the side, so we can now fold out the legs. Now this is really clever because that's the legs, and what they've managed to do is basically hide the arms inside there. So if we pull these out, there are the arms, which you can see they're all folded back up. And again, I've not done this before, I've seen it. So there, we can now fold that back over. We can fold that over. We'll bring the arms out. We'll fold the hands out as well, like so. You can also then see that we can fold the head up as well. And then just before we finish, we've got to turn the waist 180 degrees and then turn the legs individually around. Is it going to do it? Yeah, there you go, to allow us to do that. So there is the transformation process. Again, to keep the video time down now, I'm going to quickly transform the other 2 Seige ones and the original one, so we can do some direct comparisons. So I'll be coming right back to you now. Okay then, so there they are, all in their robot modes. And before anybody can quickly make a comment, I know that this is here, but I've kept that there intentionally because once you transform them from their particular modes, that you do end up with them there. Now obviously Spectro shouldn't be having them at the front, so that's why I kept it on. And you can actually turn it all the way around, and you can just pop this here out of the way if you want. Then you haven't got to worry about losing all the pieces. So that of course applies to Spyglass as well, who's on the other side, because we already took his off to make the stand when it was in the camera form. So there they all are in their robot modes. Now before I attach all their kibble to them and all of this, let's get their original Generation 1 versions up as well. So there we go. It really is a great homage to Generation 1, these. Now the problem I've got here is obviously working with carpets and not a proper display. Is it going to balance? Please balance. Oh, there we go, good. Then of course we've obviously got viewfinder there, and then what I'm going to do when I start to attach all the bits to them, you'll be able to see even more so how it's much more of an homage to Generation 1 figures. So there we go, stand up for me, there we go. Let's move all this out the back just so it doesn't take anything away. So there you are, you can see could see how they all look lined up next to them. Obviously, I've put the weapons in the Generation 1 figures' hands, apart from the missile launcher and this one here. But that's because there isn't one in the new Seige version, so I've left that there. But there you go. There is a quick comparison of them. That's just come off again. I'm going to leave them out of the way, and I'm going to move these back to here. So now we're back to the actual Seige ones. As I said, we've only kept viewfinder with the button at the front because that's the way it should be. But let's have a look at this then. So if we take Spectro and if we take the side of his camera as well, this is all you can do. You don't have to if you don't want to. There's a hole there, there's a tab there. You can put this on like a bit of the back of the shield there as well. You will, of course, because the stand which we used is 3 individual guns, so you can put the gun in his hand as well. You can even double up with the shields if you wanted. So to be fair, I can put the gun in this hand, and then the shield, which was of course half of the lens. This can then either be put in his hand or attached to the shoulder or attached on the side just here as well. So you can really, you can attach loads of things to these. You don't have to. The main reason I'm showing you this is because I think this bit is actually really cool. So we've got the two bits here right in the middle of a viewfinder, and of course the generation 1 had that bit at the top, which of course said reflector, and on here we had these, which were of course joined together like so when he was in the camera mode. But there's a little part here where you can swivel this around like that, so you can do this to both of them. So this is now protruding out of the side of here, and then there's two nooks there where you can attach them in, click it into place, and look at that. That's brilliant, isn't it? So there you go. You can now do it with this. And then of course, if you want to, you can have the gun or the shield or both, however you want to do it, attach it to his hands. And yeah, you can really power these guys up, put them loads of ammunition. There is another mode as well, and I've deliberately not done it, but I'll show you that right next to, before I transform him. Let's have a look at the standard Siege version. So of course they're exactly the same, the molds are exactly the same, they've just changed all the colors. And all of these as well, they do all have this rather strange alternate mode as well, which was of course the one they were advertising mainly if you were to buy one of these individually by themselves. So all of these can also do it, but because I've got the 3-pack, I just think it looks far more impressive in the camera. It's a great set, it really is a great set. Whether you can justify it if you already own the normal ones, that's entirely up to you. You can, if you want, you can put this on the side of his shoulder. You don't have to. It's just things I've seen pictures, and people do it in the, people do it that particular way. They're all absolutely identical. If you wanted to, you could take these off and put them on there. You can mix and match all of the accessories. You can mix and match any of them, and you can, as I say, display however you really want to. I'm just really impressed with this set. It is very good. I thought it was justified for myself to get this instead of just having the normal ones. I do actually, ironically enough, only have 3. Sorry, I only have 2 of the purple ones anyway, but one for each mode of course. But then this gift set, I think it's amazing. So there you go. What I'm going to do then, I'm going to transform him back into the camera mode, and then I will finish things up here. Okay then, so I've transformed him back into the full camera mode, and the main reason for that is that's the main way that I'm going to leave him displayed once I've finished with this video. So in conclusion, I think it's stunning. I think the box is stunning. It's one of the very few boxes that I am going to see if I can find a space for, just to keep out on display as well, because it looks so good. If you're only after just the G1 cartoon accurate figures, then you can stick with your normal Siege ones, because they are exactly that. They are completely cartoon accurate. They do look stunning. Do not forget though that they do all, even these, as I say, they do have this other alternate mode, although it be very strange. They do all have the alternate mode. The question is, can you justify getting this as well? It's entirely up to you. I only had 2 of these, so yeah, it made sense for me to get it. And with me, the fact that I love these little old guys who don't stand up for me on carpet, but it's nice to see as well just how far they've come from from these figures. They're just amazing. The articulation, everything's so much better, and that's probably the main reason why I justified in getting it as well. But there you go. So I hope you enjoyed looking at it. I hope you find it informative, whether it might have helped you make a decision of whether you want to get one as well or not. There you go. Yeah, I hope I did it justice as well, because you can probably tell that I really do like it as well. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it as well. And for everybody else out there, please keep liking, commenting and subscribing, and of course, take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.